Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I'm coming back with week 23 sketch. Can you believe that already? Another 3 weeks, we're halfway through the year. I know, it's mental. That is this week's sketch. I don't know if you can see that because of the lighting in the room. So, there's no call for a sentiment on this one, but I am literally going to have one on mine. I just saw something in there. Oops. I thought I saw something off Stampin' Up, but obviously not. I just want to show you these as well. These are what Mr. Boyce has been making. OMG. This is Redwood what's it called? Is it Redwood MDF? Is it? I don't know. But look at that. It says, love you always and forever. Love, Paul. And so what I've done, I've added a little heart-shaped magnet on the back, and then that goes and sticks just to the side of my tower, so every time I look at that it's going to remind me of what a gorgeous little present Mr. Boyce has just given me. And again with the dog paws and love hearts, this time it's got a beautiful, it says, you have left paw prints on our hearts forever, and a gorgeous love heart, and then you can have the name of your dog on there. You can even do paw prints if you've got pussycats, and you can hang them up. You could put them on your Christmas tree, or you can just mount them on a nice little plaque, or just hang some ribbon. I think they're just beautiful. Pop some gorgeous thread round there, and then, or even just sit it on a nail, you know, and just pop a nail through there and hang it up. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Look, I'll hold it close up. You've left paw prints on our hearts for eternity. Absolutely beautiful. And he's varnished them, sealed them, so they're good and thick. This one's about 5 or 6 mil thick. Let's have a look. Oh, it's 5 mil, maybe 6 mil thick, and they're a lot. You know, they're beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I love them. So if anyone would like something like that, he's also doing love hearts with, I can't remember what the writing is. And then he's going to do it on mine. He's doing 5 small love hearts with the ribbon down the back with Paul, Gaynor, Amy, Tiffany, Lola and Frankie on it. I've like a family heart with the little teardrops of hearts with all the names on the bottom. I can't wait. I'll show you that on. Hopefully he's working on it now. So hopefully I'll be able to show it tomorrow. Today is Monday the 8th. You won't see this for about a week. But, so why am I explaining something you're not going to see for a week? Just to let you know, my stuff comes tomorrow. But this is my version of that card. And again, I've kept it black and white because I think they look so sophisticated. If you want to add a pop of colour, maybe you could gently colour in the butterfly. I've got 2 gems there, and I've also got one on top of the butterfly, just so it's raised up. See it now? Yeah. And then I've had splatters on the back, and I just thought it needs a sentiment. You wouldn't just give somebody a, you know, so I've just put just a little note, and then I've gathered those splatters on the inside as well. And that's from a retired set. The heart was called for a solid black heart, but I thought I would use one of the little dies out of here. For his antennae, I've used the antennae out of the Butterfly Gala. And then the splatters are from Awesomely Artistic. Beautiful. Gorgeous set. So they're the stamp sets and dies I've used. But I was just thinking, it was trying to get the gaps perfect there and there and keeping a good distance. So I had to work out the sizes and measurements. So I've got my plain card. You could do this on a black card with a white front and maybe shave down these pieces a little bit. You could even do it on a white card with a black background. Let me show you. I've got some gorgeous shiny black cardstock, but to cover it up would be a shame. Is what I used on the heart and the butterfly. It's quite thick, so you've got this shiny, but it's white on the back. And this was from Crafter's Companion. But maybe you could layer these up then. Give yourself a little gap. I'd have to cut these down even smaller because look, they're the same width as what's going to go on my card. And I need, no, it doesn't matter which way around. It just doesn't make any odds, does it? And then obviously, but you'd have to make the card, either make these smaller, so you can have a gap all around. But I'm just going to stick to the white. Absolutely love it. I like that beautiful black shiny cardstock as well. Satin finish, I think it is. And I think this should be 1/2 inch for that little, a little note. I don't need that much. Well, let's say 2.5 inches. Because that's 1 7/8. And I'm going to trim off. And I'm going to want to make sure that this is 1/2 inch. For my sentiment, and then that can go back in there. I always keep those little bits. You'll be surprised. You won't want to cut up a huge piece of cardstock just so. Why have I got this here? Oh, this is for my little circle and the scallops circle as well. So I've already folded them, and now I'm going to burnish this at 4 1/8, standard size A4 for us in the UK and Europe, which is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. Perfect. Because I coloured the gems in and my fingers are covered, and I've done these 1 7/8 by 1 7/8, so I get that nice little gap. In fact, that one's going on there, so I get a nice little white gap all the way around and in between. And then I cut these are cut at 3 5/8 by 1 7/8, obviously. And they're going to go on there. I know it's a quick card, but I just love doing the sketches. I love, have I cut that one down? These two, mind you, I've got to keep it still. Nice gap. Oh, it's perfect. So, the first thing I like to do is get the little ones on at the bottom. The top one we're going to add thread round, and then we're going to need our circles and scallops. So let me write this down. Oh, mind you, the measurements will be totally different for the USA. So, and I'm using a butterfly gala designer scissors paper that we had in celebration last year, and I've still got a whole packet, a brand new packet left. So if anyone wants to buy it, you can. Let me just show. It's still in its packet. Botanical butterflies. Because I've still got my packet, I ended up with 2 or 3 of them, I think. Now we can line these up. And I like to keep the butterflies the right way. So keeping that right up close. Keep trying to keep the same distance. Looks good placement, looks straight, looks level. So this one we're going to leave off for a minute. This one we can attach. Keeping things level. I hope Mr. Boyce is coming up shortly. Gasping for a cup of coffee. So I need to come across just a fraction. I mean, some people might think, oh, it's not hard. It can be. It takes the longest time to actually find all your measurements first. So punches, I'm using the 1 1/4 inch punch for my little called for like a dog tag style, but I don't have one of those punches. And then I use the little 1/8 inch punch just to punch a little hole through. Oh, and that works. Went right through that time. And now my scallop punch. Of course, this is one of the first punches I ever bought. And I probably would have got my 1/2 inch out of there. Easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let me show you. That way you don't have to waste any card. Oh yeah. In fact, I get more than that. I get 3/4 of an inch out of that. Ready for another sentiment. I try my best not to waste much. And I'm all in green today. And then my t-shirt says weekend only on a Monday. I know. So I'm going to fetch a bit of scrapping. And do you know what? I'm loving that intense black from this ink pad. It's beautiful. Diversified. I'll be getting this from now on. I love it. You only have to touch it once. I'm just scattering it. Perfect. I've got my little tub ready because you know me, I like crystal clear stamps. I know when I first joined and had some sets. Look how clean that is. It comes off in seconds. So I'm going to keep my cloth out for a minute because you know me. So that has got bleach on it, quite soaked, and this one's just for dabbing off on. Lovely. So I need this. Oh, I've cleaned that now and I need to do the inside of the card. But where is that? Watch this. Literally dab once. That's all I need. And look how crystal clear that is. And jet black. It's brilliant. Just gonna waft that off in a minute to get dry. And this, watch, look, oh, stain. Not anymore, it's not. A little bit on the note. And look, it's not that strong a bleach because my cloth's not. These are proper absorber cloths, so my cloth is not bleaching out like my other ones used to. I'd put them in the sink with bleach and go back to them and they'd be like nearly white or pale yellow. Look at that, not a single stain. Back to new. We're going to need this ink again in a minute, so let me pop this to one side whilst we die cut our little butterfly and our little love heart. So I'm using the punch. Because I only need the big one. Get rid of those bits. And now I'm just going to gently bend at the wing. Perfect. And then just add a dot of glue there. Oh, Mr. Boyce, you're a lifesaver, you know that, don't you?
I know.
My little angel. Thank you, sweetness.
Okay.
And then I'm going to aim this there because it's a bit paler there. So when I add my jet black intense antennae, oh heck, I've really gone over that board. Oh, let me clean that. Sorry. press too hard then. Oh, I've got a ring in my ears. And then, just so I know they're there. Perfect. Need to dunk them. Just make sure it's on. Perfect. Oops. Lose my little stamp. Just get that clean. And I tell you what, it makes your blocks nice and clean as well. And again, back to normal. The lighting in here is terrible, so leave that out again. Oh, Gaynor keeps forgetting. Sorry, ladies. I'm going to do the inside of the card whilst it's out. Let's turn over. And I only dunk that once. Literally 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look how intense that black is, just gorgeous. That's perfect now. Got to have a little bit of decoration. You don't always decorate the inside, I don't, but it's worth putting the effort in. I love that little tub for my... Oh, girls, he's fetched me a coffee. I need one. Perfect. So I sillily cut my love art out of there, but let's see if we can get it out of here. Oh yeah, perfect. Save wasting any more card. Plenty of space. The only reason I'm showing out to be frugal is because there are a lot of people out there that can't just afford to throw bits like that away. I mean, there's a lot of ladies on out a budget, or they've got their disability, or they've got limited funds. That is so cute. I mean, there's loads of little things I can still make out of these, so they'll go in my scraps bin. And I can put my die back in my meant to be. I'll sort that out after. Now let's make some space. Do you know what, I put everything away just to get it all back out again on the next card, because this won't be my last card today. So we got some black baker's twine, and I need a little piece of double-sided tape on the back just to help my little thread that through, and that is gonna I want this slightly slanted this way. And I'm tucking it underneath. And then it all gets stuck down on that bit of tape, she said. I'm not catching it right at the bottom there. That's got it. Oh, look at that. I just cut myself big time with those tiny, tiny little scissors. Oh, look at that. I'm a squeezer. Are you a squeezer? I love squeezing. Wow. Right, I'm going to add a tiny little bit of glue under there. Oh, when it wants to come out. Oh, right nasty little nick that. Don't mind get any on my card now. And I'm just going to stick that down. Wow. Oh, blimey, that. Accidents. Blood and violence. There's blood, but there's no violence. I hate it when it goes down your nail. Sorry about this, girls. Wow, it doesn't even hurt. And then I'll keep my finger in the tissue so I don't get nothing on the card. And I'm going to glue my lovely little love heart on there. I'm gluing this one down, but then the other bits are going on dimensionals. And then line this up. Let me just keep my finger on that tissue. So you want the same distance. She says keep a finger on the tissue and puts it on the card. Keeping that nice and smooth. Perfect. I've got my little banner punch. I love this. And I just put it in that end. Sharp, those little scissors, aren't they? Fabulous. So I don't need this glue anymore. Oh, no I don't. Because I'm popping those on dimensionals. When I can see to get it in. Yeah, don't put your fingers in the way of a pair of scissors. Like I just did. Seems to have stopped now anyway, so fingers crossed. So I want large dimensionals on this one. Oh, they're a pain to get off sometimes, these are. And I'm going to bob that just down there. And then I want some small ones for the back of this one. You know, these small ones last forever. Something on there. And then I was contemplating up here, in the middle, up the top. Ooh. But then I thought, no, it was not supposed to be on there anyway, so let's just pop that just above there so it blends in. And then we're going to just grab our permanent marker pen. I don't know where all these little bits are coming from. And then we're just going to colour some in. Now, mine, I got the glue on just on the backs, but they're offset a little bit. I can see a few that look okay. I'm only doing 3, hence the mucky fingers. So that's why I was just turning the adhesive to the back. So again, one on the top of the butterfly's head. I put one up here, and then one just at the top of the note there. And there is my version of week 23 sketch. Just so beautiful. Maybe I could, let's do that actually, because everything's so black and white, even though we like that. Let's just pimp up this gorgeous little butterfly here. Make sure they stay lined up. Pimp up your butterfly. Wow, what a difference. Whoops. And then because we've put 4, and we don't want to see odd numbers, I'm just going to pop one on there as well. I don't need a Wink Stella because my black card is shiny anyway. So there it is. That's my version of week 23 sketch. I hope you like it. I'll hold it up. So cute. And everyone said they love it when I do black and white cards. They just look so classy. And I think there's an example of another one. So thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye.